My name is Kevin Cronin. I'm an ideal franchisee in Atlanta, Georgia.
And I'm Kara Riehman. I'm Kevin's partner in our franchise in Atlanta, Georgia.
A lot of things. We looked at several different franchise offerings out there, and a few things that bubbled to the top for ideal siding were the lead generation, the call center that they have for their franchisees. I considered it to be a lower risk investment. I like the low overhead of operating the business and the big ticket of the projects we sell.
We really we're not dialed in on what the appropriate labor costs were, so we really struggled with that, and our initial bids were way too high, and so it took us time to really figure out, what is the right labor cost for our market. The other thing I would say too is finding the right crews. We cycled through a couple. We had a couple duds before we found our, sweet spot with our crew. It took a few months again to get us to that point. But once we kind of figured those things out, it's everything we learned in training was true, and everything that Alex says is true. We started with the small jobs. That was the best way to start. And then, things just kind of came together over time.
Okay. Fortunately, I've had experience in working with other franchisors on the franchisor side, so this is my first time as an actual franchisee, and I can honestly say that the group of fellow franchisees that we are a family with, they are an outstanding resource for all of us. There is so much collaboration that goes on between us. We use Telegram as a platform to share ideas, to bounce questions off of one another, and aside from that, the home office has been great as well. They're always available. Whenever we had an issue, or I shouldn't say issues because there weren't many, but whenever we had questions or needed assistance with anything, they were always there. They were, and made it easy to connect with them. So. Oh, don't do it.
It is, we work differently for sure. We actually do share an office, so in our upstairs second bedroom there we have 2 desks, and we've had to kind of figure it out over time. But we do, whenever we can, we do sales calls together, and I think that really people like that they've got 2 people coming out who are kind of paying attention to them. And sometimes I'll take the lead. We just sort of like figure out who they're gravitating to, and then Kevin might take the lead, I might take the lead. We have gone out where I kind of talk with the wife or the female, and Kevin's talking with the husband and doing the stuff about, okay, this is where we have structural issues, and I'm talking about maybe design and paint colors, and I think that works really well. Kevin's definitely he's the operations person. I don't know construction very well at all. And my learning curve is up there. But we just kind of, split it up, doing proposals, and we've decided, when we leave the office and we go downstairs, hi honey, how was your day? Good, how was your day?
We do.
So we got to leave it at the office, and then we move on with our evening.
Yeah. Amazing. I would do this again without even thinking about it.
100%.
100%. This has been a great opportunity. I'm excited to see where this brand goes. It's fun to be a part of an emerging franchise operation, and I would highly recommend anyone that's considering it to look at it, to seriously look at it, and weigh the pros and cons and decide if it's right for you or not.